Well, I never planned to own 23 or so Ozark Trail knives, but sometimes things just work out that way. And I want to talk about some of the newer knives that have just been released, as well as some of the new-ish ones in the last year or so that have been re-released with reversible pocket clips. But first, we can't get into this without talking about the last 14 months of releases. And I'm going to do that now. It all started with this guy, and this is the guy that lit the world on fire back in August of 2024, sold out everywhere, non-reversible pocket clip, a nice sort of orange pumpkin color, D2 steel. You got crossbar lock, decent jimping, smooth bearing action, a decent pocket clip, a little bit of mushroom head screws on them. But I mean, just overall a fantastic knife. But of this original batch, I only was able to snag one, and then they sold out. Then a few months later in mid-November, they actually re-released it, but in a much brighter orange, and this time with the reversible pocket clip. Now, I didn't care for that color orange, which is why you'll see that I've dyed it black, as red, as brown, purple. And I've got plenty of videos showing how I've done that if you're interested in seeing that. This greenie also came out last year, which I never really thought too much of, but I guess they've re-released it now and called it the Shadow. I paid $8, $7.97 back in the day. Back in November last year was the day, so almost a year ago. It's been a great little knife. Actually, I took the pocket clip off of it because this is one of my low profile knives that I like to stick in my pant pocket, not actually clip it. It does not have a reversible clip, and this one's a tip down anyway, so it was the other reason why I took the clip off, because, that's just unnatural. But yeah, this one just came back out, $7.97. They are calling it the Shadow. I don't think I mentioned that this is a stainless blade, not a D2 blade. It is super smooth on these bearings, and you can use this to crack open a beer, as you can see. And it's a liner lock. So they also released this in black last year, and they've re-released that and called it the Zephyr, and that has a reversible pocket clip. All right, also in November of last year, this guy came out. Now, this was $5 at the time. It has a stainless blade. No, it's not D2. It was like half price of the Blaze Orange one. This one now has been re-released as well. This is called the Glacier. Now, of course, they've added a reversible pocket clip to it, but this one, the one I bought last year that sold out very quickly, does not have a reversible pocket clip. I was able to snag it for $5. I'm not going back out and buying another Glacier, and just because they re-released it with a reversible pocket clip. Forgot to mention the jimping that runs down the liner, and also the fact that this is now $8 instead of $5, and I guess that's the cost of 2 extra holes plus inflation. But then in January, they actually re-released the Ozark Grail, or the Wugout, whatever you want to call this one. They released it in black. Well, I'd already dyed it black, so I really didn't need a black one. But they also released it in January of 2025 with OD green. I thought, oh boy, what all could I dye this one? So I found out with yellow and different greens and blues. I'm a big fan of, making these knives yours, making them custom. Any of my friends ever needed a gift knife, I would be able to get them one in the color of their choice. So then fast forward all the way to August, because nothing really exciting happened between January and August other than dyeing different colored knives. And then the Sonder came out, which is essentially the same as the Wugout. However, as you can see, it's a stonewash blade, and I really like the black contrasting thumb studs. I'm not left-handed, but even I can do this. So great knife, no complaints, and I was able to switch up this blade and put it on the brown handle and make it look cool. I switched it back recently, a lot of fun. So then also in August, the Valor came out for $19.97, about $20. The Elevation came out for $24.97, so $25. And the Nimbus came out for right at $9.97 or $10. I've already done reviews on these, so take a look if you want. I've always been a big fan of the Sonder and the general Wugout. The Elevation and the Valor, I haven't been as impressed with. Lots of lock stick. This one I don't love. This one's solid. This one I love. Now this one is a 3-inch drop point D2 blade. You've got a liner lock here, aluminum scales, decent pocket clip, the standard Ozark Trail. You're going to get your mushroom screw heads popping through. You've got a flipper tab in addition to thumb studs. Decent feel for a less than $10 knife. I really like the aluminum handles. I really like that look. Relatively lightweight, nice knife. I do love Mr. Nimbus from Rick and Morty. He's freaking hilarious. He can control the police with air humps. So if you haven't checked that out, you might want to. We've talked about everything so far, and then these got released with new names, and these came out as well. So I'm looking forward to tearing into these next. This is one of two of the knives that they've released recently that have aluminum handles. The other one's the Cumulus, which has silver color, and that features a frame lock, whereas this one is a liner lock. But I just didn't think I needed it. And like any good knife guy, I got scissors. Some people rip them. Some people use their other pocket knives. I'm more of a, well, you know, there's an invention called scissors. I don't mind using them. So well, let's see what happens here. This is exciting. Here, I'll do a little bit of ripping. Ripping and a tearing. All right, we won't go there. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, oh, comes with hair on it? I'm hoping that's some kind of packaging. Hold on one second. Okay, back to it. So what we have here, this one as well, they'll both be 4 1/4 inch handles. They'll have 3 1/4 inch blades. This one is a pretty strong, pretty strong liner lock. I'll definitely need to lube it. Now, one thing I'll notice here is that there are no thumb studs. This is a flipper tab deployment only. Ooh, man, it takes some pressure to hold that spring tension down on that liner. That's really strong. So, you know, the standard clip, reversible. I do like the feel of the aluminum handles. It's not too slippery. It's not too grippy, but it's okay. Looks like there's some jimping up top. I do like the contrasted two-tone look of the blue on the liners. But let's just do this one more time. Oh, my goodness. And it takes a little effort. But it gives you a good detent. Even if you slow tab it like I just did, it still went out there. But yeah, oh yeah. What I typically will do is I will open a knife and leave it on my bench for some time to kind of make sure that that spring tension is pushed down. And sometimes that'll relieve it and make it a little bit lighter. But yeah, pretty cool. $8, you know, $7.97. Yeah, it's kind of like that gentleman's knife with a neat kind of blue two-tone. Now, I'm not sure about this part here, but we'll see what that does to a hand if you actually stab anything with it. But yeah, overall, so far, so good. Ooh, really strong liner pressure. Cool, that's the Vertex. Next up, we've got the Ridgeline. So once again, 4 1/4 inch handle, 3 1/4 inch blade, similar opening style. The wimpy opening style. Look, I'll get rugged here. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go, the moment of truth. No hair on this one. Good. Okay, let's see what the liner feels like. Oh, much lighter. Oh yeah, so that's much better. That's so smooth. You don't have to press nearly as hard. So I'm gonna have to work some of the tension out of this one because it's just too much. I like this. This feels nice. So, by the way, this is a 3CR blade here, and this is also a 3CR stainless blade. But I do like the G10 handle. That's a really nice touch. For a $8 knife, G10 handle, nice Tonto blade, wipe the grease off of it. Yeah, look at the Christmas look almost, you know? It's kind of drop sheddy. I'll take it. Very nice. Flipper tab only. I really like the contrasting lanyard loops. Similarly here, you know, I really like the contrasting screws even. I mean, the liners, even the screws on the pocket clip. Nice touch. Not so much here. Pretty awesome. All right, well, last but not least, the big one, the Trailman. And actually, if I had this last week, I would have included in my big budget knives video that I put out. Let's get into it. You know the drill. Oh, you don't have to cut as far on this one. Okay. It's got some goobers on it. One sec. Lord knows what gets down in those packages. Well, this is a beast. We got another 3CR blade, except this one's 4 inches. Oh, look at that. You got a little choke up choil there. They say this is rubberized. It doesn't sound rubberized, doesn't feel that rubberized, but it certainly is, it's grippy enough, you know. It's not FRN or anything. Oh, drop shutty. Once again, no thumb studs, but just a flipper tab, like these other two, but quite a bit bigger. Let's take a look at the pocket clip. Whoa, are those recessed? Yes, they actually were able to recess the screws. One's not quite as recessed as the other, I see, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, an $8 beast mode knife is what we have here. It's like that bone sort of, I don't know what kind of pattern that is, but gives you plenty of places to get grippy with it. Get grippy with it. And this can be my new slogan. I'm gonna put t-shirts and all kinds of stuff out with get grippy with it. Let's not. Okay, cool. Look at how much jimping you have up top. It's like a crocodile head. Look at that. All right, well, big hunk of 3CR, stainless, plasticky kind of reverse, handles with a reversible clip. Beastly. You got a 4.5 inch handle with a 4 inch blade for an overall 8.5 inch length. I am the Trailman. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. Sorry if this camera swayed back and forth. Hey, to quote one of my good friends here now on YouTube, Bud's Lightyear 2212, you spend way too much time on Walmart knives, and I do. I've been slumming in the Walmart knives section a little bit too much in the last 14 or 15 months. But it's a fun hobby. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you learned something about these knives. These are great gift knives. They're high enough quality to be recommendable, especially at the price point. If you're talking about $8 knives and $10 knives, you know, you really can't go wrong. That said, I did buy some nicer knives. My limit's usually in the $50 range, so I did grab a tenable Fenrir that's pretty fantastic that I can't wait to do a review on, and I will stop slumming in the Ozark Trail pretty soon. I promise, buds. I promise. Hey, everybody, take care. Have a great day. I am the Trailman.